coming in the building during survival. This is going to be an outstanding episode. We must bow our heads. We must meditate. We must pray. And we must get to the bottom of the shenanigans. Shout out to Purple Flowers, first in the building. Stacy's voice. Stacy's voice. You know what I'm saying? Lil Lack in the building. Usher has spoken. Anonymous, shout out to you. Usher speaking. He's made a confession. Shout out to Boston in the building. Seeker of the truth. We got the truth now, guys. Awful Warner. I hope I ain't messed your name up. But it's going down. Cynthia in the building. We must pray. Cha-la-la. Cha-la. Shout out to Lady Smith Black Mangaloo. Manga Bazoo. Y'all know I love their music, and y'all know that they put me in a very peaceful place. Shout out to D-Dot. Shout out to Stacy in the building. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I did not know this, but Usher literally let you know why Justin Bieber ran down on him and tried to take off. Usher just made a confession on why Justin Bieber tried to fire on him. And I'm so sorry, guys, that I got the information late. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where my antennas was at when Usher was sitting down doing a whole new interview. Jay-Z did an interview trying to paint a whole nother picture, and Usher did a whole brand new interview trying to paint the same kind of picture that Jay-Z and Jay-Z's hairstyle is trying to picture. Now, Usher in this interview, he tries to sound like a regular dude, you know what I'm saying? Like he don't sound like Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Like soft. He's like talking like he's this, the father and you know what I'm saying? Like him and Jay-Z both trying to change their image right on in front of our face. You know what I'm saying? But Justin Bieber and Usher, this fight was real. And I'm going to let y'all hear why Justin Bieber tried to take his head off.
He just dropped this exclusive bombshell straight from Beyonce's Oscars after party. Justin and Usher went at it in a fist fight. These two already unfollowed each other on social media months ago, but now we see exactly why the beef exploded.
Now, I wanted to bring this back here just to remind y'all again that Justin Bieber unfollowed Usher weeks ago. Okay, he's been unfollowed Usher. He's been cut Usher off before the Super Bowl and before he broke out with the Super Bowl skates because he wanted Justin Bieber to perform with him. And Justin said, no, you know that Diddy clapped my cheeks as a kid, pure survival, allegedly, and he clapped yours, and you still don't want to testify and tell on him. Okay, when I let y'all hear what Usher say in this interview, he's praising Diddy Glover. He's talking about it's like we don't appreciate the greatness that Diddy brought to the industry. Oh, Usher's showing off.
Usher was the one who introduced Justin to Diddy back in the day, and he stood right there watching while Justin got passed around at those wild Diddy parties. Now Justin's finally facing everything that happened, but Usher doesn't want to hear a single word of it. Justin's holding stories that could blow the lid off everything, and insiders say they're scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut.
Scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut. Now let me show y'all what Usher said about Diddy. And this is why Justin Bieber snapped like a bucket of freak off crabs. Pure survival. I would snap out too if I was Justin Bieber. If I wanted to testify and tell on Diddy and tell on all these demons, and you go on a brand new interview talking good about Diddy Glover, knowing that I came to you as a brother, look at what Usher say about Diddy Glover, guys. You won't believe it.
Yeah, I love that. Sean Combs. Sean Combs. Legacy. Legacy. I asked that because when I was researching you, I found this interview from 2015, I believe, or maybe even further, where it was in Philly. It was during your tour, and I'm listening to it and it said, all of the things that were going on in New York at that time. I quote, "I knew better. Maybe it was those valuable lessons in integrity in Tennessee, and furthermore, I knew what the hell I wanted. I didn't want to go to New York for the experience. I wanted a career, right? I could have gotten to a lot of stuff, but I chose a different road. I had a plan. I had a focus." Right?
Now, you see what this Boston baked bean head guy just asked Usher? He said, when you went to New York to go to Diddy Glover's freak off camp, you said out your mouth, Usher, that you still have nightmares of this man. You didn't want to go party. You wanted to make music. Didn't you? So why is Usher praising Diddy in this interview? He's praising him.
When New Look started, he was one of the first, and you and your mom kind of developed the idea, right? With Sean Wilson, what's the word that comes to mind when you think of him?
Greatness.
Greatness. Why greatness?
I think he's always strived for greatness and wants greatness from everyone and everything.
Joe Madden, your mom?
Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah.
I love that. Sean Combs.
Sean Combs. Legacy.
Legacy. I asked that because when I was researching you, I found this interview from 2015, I believe, or maybe even further, where it was in Philly. It was during your tour, and I'm listening to it and it said, all of the things that were going on in New York at that time. I quote, "I knew better. Maybe it was those valuable lessons in integrity in Tennessee, and furthermore, I knew what the hell I wanted. I didn't want to go to New York for the experience. I wanted a career, right? I could have gotten to a lot of stuff, but I chose a different road. I had a plan. I had a focus, right? I wanted to get it done, and you avoided a lot of the negativity that we obviously know shows up in his story today. Young kids, how do you talk to them about avoiding that negative like you did?
Young kids, how do you tell them to stay out of the negativity, Usher, that you're lying about, saying that you avoid it? You avoided the negativity. You avoided going to the parties with Diddy when you was 13. You avoided from getting your back blowed out. He's lying.
Because you had your path.
I mean, this might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness,
Wow. He said some people are prosecuted and not recognized for the greatness. He's talking about Diddy Glover. He's saying that we are out here prosecuting Diddy, but we are ignoring Diddy Glover's freak off greatness. Why is this boy still taking up for Diddy Glover? And then you wonder why Justin Bieber did what he did. Usher did this interview, I think, right before the fight, ladies and gentlemen, and nobody seen it. I didn't see it. He's talking about we're ignoring Diddy's greatness.
But in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen.
Wow. I don't have nothing negative to say about Diddy Glover because my experience is not what the world seen, Usher. We know you was fighting Diddy over cereal, pure survival. We know that you will not send your own kids to Diddy Glover's camp. And you talk about we don't know what happened and you seen something different when the world's been talking about Diddy's blowing your back out for years and you've never said nothing before. Plus a Bible. The moment Justin Bieber wants to come forth and do the right thing, you're sitting out here once again in a brand new interview defending Diddy Glover. Everybody get them likes up. This is brand new. I need everyone to smash that like button. It's 500 people. We should have 500 likes. This is crazy. Usher is defending Diddy.
The standards that we now stand on, we can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made.
Wow. So he said that Diddy Glover is misrepresented. So we got the wrong idea about Diddy Glover, according to Usher and Usher's Super Bowl skates. He is misrepresented. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy is misrepresented. Put a 2 in the chat if no, Diddy is not represented. We saw the monster that he is, Usher. And you're going to sit there and say the man is misrepresented? You didn't think he was misrepresented when he was chasing Cassie down the goddamn hotel, stomping her out with those fucking freak off Christmas socks on? Now he's misrepresented. Waking up in bed with you at 13 years old. I think that Usher is still traumatized, guys. But this is why Justin Bieber crashed out on him. You know what I'm saying? For him to go do an interview like this at the time that Justin Bieber needs him the most, this is a slap in the face like Will Smith. Smash that like button, everybody. This is wow. I'm sorry.
But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made. For us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible, it becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created.
Wow, so many people benefited from what Diddy Glover created. This is what Usher is out here saying. Oh my God. So Kim Porter, rest in peace to her, she benefited from what Diddy Glover created. Tupac benefited Usher from what Diddy Glover created. Biggie Smalls, rest in peace to all of these people. They benefited from what Diddy Glover created. Making of the band, going to get a damn cheesecake, Prince of Bible getting robbed for all their money that they worked hard for. You know what I'm saying? They benefited from what Diddy Glover created. Now, I get if you trying to say, okay, Diddy brought something to the industry, da 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 da. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Black Rob. Rest in peace to Craig Mack. You know what I'm saying? But what I want to say to you, Usher, is because you saying everybody benefited off of Diddy Glover. Why aren't you saying nothing bad about what Diddy done? You know what I'm saying? You just only want to talk good about him, and then you wonder why Justin Bieber is outraged. He is outraged. That whole boy's life got destroyed by Diddy Glover, and you talking about everybody benefited off of the man.
The standards that we now stand on, we can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made, for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible. It becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created, and I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him as legacy.
Wow. So he see Diddy Glover as legacy. When Diddy Glover destroyed his legacy, Usher, shout out to the lounge, beautiful, just came in the building, Pure Survival. The man sees Diddy Glover for legacy and putting people on and doing all this greatness. And then y'all wonder why Justin Bieber crashed out on him. That is crazy. Can you imagine this man bring you into the industry, knowing what he went through, knowing he allegedly got his back blown and sent to the hospital? Your back just didn't get blown out. You had to go to the hospital and get a brand new back replacement after Diddy smashed. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy.
Many people benefited from what he created, and I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him as legacy.
Yeah. You told Shannon Sharp you learned a lot about business during that era.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn?
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you had that really, really hard teacher, but you're watching something in real time. I think that the idea.
So he's admitting that Diddy Glover was his mentor, but he was like that hard freak off teacher. He was like that hard freak off teacher. You know what I'm talking about? Like you had to wrestle buck ass naked over cereal with this teacher, Pure Survival, Mr. Glover. Excuse me, Mr. Glover, can I raise my hand? Can I go out? Can I put my clothes on, Mr. Glover? I'm buck ass naked. It's cold in here in the freak off dungeon. I'm raising my hand, Mr. Glover. So he was a mentor. He was legacy. Oh my God, Usher, this is crazy, man. So Justin Bieber said, "Okay, I'm gonna let it burn. I'm gonna let this sucker punch burn." Smash that like button, everybody.
And that's why I see him as legacy.
Yeah. You told Shannon Sharp you learned a lot about business during that era.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn?
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you had that really, really hard teacher, but you're watching something in real time. I think that the idea of the level of discipline that came with that time in business, especially in an era that was trying to prove itself culturally in hip hop. Now, you can't turn on the television and not see the influence of hip hop.
That's right.
But the people who actually made that appropriate and are the forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture.
Wow, so Diddy Glover was one of the freak off forefathers. Usher is saying that Diddy's one of the freak off forefathers that made it possible for us to listen to these people. You know what I mean? To get this great music. But he don't want to say one thing bad about Diddy Glover. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Usher's being paid by Diddy to do this. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think Usher's just so deep in that he's still in love with Diddy.
And other forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture, and create something that was not just black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as. And that's what I choose to remember. I put respect on his name because I realized that, what I learned as a businessman, before I even understood what business was, came as a result of seeing the incredible things that he was able to do.
Whoa, so he said we need to put respect on Diddy Glover's name. Usher said, I'm going to keep respect on Diddy Glover's name because that man taught me business. That man has a legacy. That man is the freak off godfather to me. Pure Survival. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Usher is far gone. He's one of the head vampires now. Usher is officially one of, he just like Diddy. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think he's like Diddy. Because this is the first time Usher's really speaking strongly about Diddy Glover. He's been defending him ever since he's been locked up. But this is now he's being very vocal, saying that Diddy made him who he is, turned him to a freak off businessman, got him to put the baby oil under his Super Bowl skates for him to slide all through the field. Like, goddamn, Diddy, man. Usher's not gonna tell. He's not gonna tell, guys. Smash that like button. Everybody, we got 1,000 people, guys. Everybody double tap that screen.
Just black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as. And that's what I choose to remember. I put respect on his name because I realized that, what I learned as a businessman, before I even understood what business was, came as a result of seeing the incredible things that he was able to do and the way that he positioned himself as a businessman. There are trials and tribulations that come with the pressures of success and power. But what we choose to do with it is what I hope that you see with me and hopefully other people that I'm involved with, right?
Other people that
Big
you're
Sean,
involved with.
Sean Wilson.
Look, like Sean Carter, right? I mean, like Sean Combs. He said when people in position of power, it's certain things that they do with it. Usher, you're not going to sit here and say that Diddy was abusing his power, that Diddy Glover abused his power, took advantage of people. You know what I'm talking about? Treated people like crap. You're not going to say none of that? This is crazy. This is crazy.
And the way that he positioned himself as a businessman. There are trials and tribulations that come with the pressures of success and power. But what we choose to do with it is what I hope that you see with me and hopefully other people that I'm involved with, right? Big Sean Wilson, the Boys and Girls Club, they're doing things that I think are positive with the power and access that they have.
Well, staying on the business tip right fast, man.
This is outrageous, guys. So, Usher, you're saying all these great things about Diddy Glover, and he did all of this great stuff for you. Now I see why Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, and Gene Deal's clip-on kneecaps, shout out to Gene's clip-on kneecaps. Gene took his kneecaps on the Art of Dialogue and exposed the way Diddy treated you horrible, and you were defending him, and you're still defending him, and you pretty much shitting on Justin Bieber. Smash that like button, guys. This is horrible. Usher, remember this? Remember this right here, Usher?
It's a lawsuit, right? Luda, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher's name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl. Right. So, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
Well, I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him.
And you hear that? Gene Deal's kneecaps was already mad because Usher got on Club Shay Shay talking about how good that Diddy Glover taught him. What did he teach you that was so good, Usher? Did he teach you how to be a vampire? Did he teach you how to sleep upside down and bring young minors to the dungeon? Did he teach you how to go scalp out Justin Bieber and take Justin Bieber tasty cakes with him for 48 hours, Usher? You doing the same thing in the new interview. You took up for him on Club Shay Shay, and then now you're doing it in a brand new interview. And now everybody knows why you and Justin Bieber was fighting. Clearly, because of this. Smash that like button, everybody in the building. Salute to all of y'all.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a certain feeling and I felt a certain way when Usher got on Shay Shay, and I don't mean to mention other people's platforms, but he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business, right? I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I'll let Usher explain that to y'all.
Now, do you remember that, Usher? Diddy Glover's bodyguards and his kneecaps was there. He knows that Diddy Glover put you in the hospital, sir. And you only on this interview talking about all the great things that Diddy Glover done to you, but you won't want to talk about the fact that he blunked your back out, pure survival, and you had to get a back surgery. You know what I'm saying? Why would Gene Deal's kneecaps say something like this if it wasn't true? But like he said, Usher and Diddy did have an affair. Maybe Usher's still in love with him and told Justin Bieber, like, look, I love Diddy. We're going to be together when he comes home. We're going steady. You know what I'm saying? I think Usher's been down there visiting Diddy at Forks Dingalings. He's been writing him motherfucking letters at Forks Dingalings. You know what I'm saying? So they're probably about to go together soon as he come home. And that's why Justin Bieber's like, so you're gonna go steady with this man after what he done to us? This is horrible, guys. Smash that like button.
I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital.
Wow.
Now I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. I'll let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember, Usher, we was at the Swiss.
And this is how you know it's deep. We got 1,300 people, guys. It should be 1,300 likes in the building. Double tap that screen. This is how you know that it's deep, and Gene Deal's kneecaps, Diddy's ex-bodyguard, is very sincere. He's like, you remember that time, Usher? I'm not talking about Michael Jackson. Do you remember that time? Gene Deal's kneecaps is literally talking about events that he was there. He saw with his own two eyes. Listen to this nasty shit.
Bro, you know I know. Let me reframe you on something. Remember, Usher, we was at the Swiss Hotel. Puff had Kim in the room. Had one of Keith Sweat's baby mothers in the big room outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow. We got 2,000 people in the building. Everyone smash that like button. Do you hear how graphic that is? And if anybody's tell me to play the video, put some garlic in the chat for that person. Put some nuts in that person's mouth. We got 2,000 people in the building. If we don't got 1,000 likes in the building, then this means y'all not listening to me. So why would I listen to you? Pure survival. Diddy Glover was getting oral, and Usher went and kissed the girl in the mouth that made Diddy Glover's wiener disappear. Do you hear how disgusting that is? This means that Usher had to been so in love with Diddy that he knew what his children taste like. Oh my God. Goodness. The man knew what his children. Yo, smash that like button, guys. This is graphic.
Outside the master bedroom. He came outside in his robe. She gave him a fellatio right there. His back was turned to me. She gave him a fellatio. You knocked on the door. I came and opened the door for you. Puff went in the room. You came in the room and kissed that girl dead in her mouth.
Wow.
Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right when you was at Diddy camp.
Wow. So Gene Deal knows for a fact that Diddy Glover did not do Usher right. He did him terrible. And Usher's up here in his new interview pretending as Diddy Glover was doing right by him and Diddy Glover was so great. He's literally sitting here defending him. Smash that like button.
I want to be respected for what I do, but I want to be remembered for what I did.
No man makes it by himself. You know, you're alone. So, you know, I owe a lot to a lot of people, adopted family who you brought in. And so when I say these names, you tell me the first word that comes to mind, and I'll start with Jermaine Dupri.
Oh man, that's my brother.
Brother, I love it. L.A. Reid.
He's the OG.
OG, love it. Babyface. OG Part 2.
Legend.
Legend. Pebbles.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Now notice how Usher gets a little quiet because he's asking him names of people in the game and what do they mean to him. Watch his face when he says Diddy Glover. Smash that like button and watch Usher's face when he mentions Diddy Glover.
Part 2.
Legend.
Pebbles.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. You know, again, I talked to you about being in a predominantly male, a dominant industry, and understanding and valuing the influence of women and the ones who have known, understood, and spoke with clarity.
And this is him trying to talk nice to make the women don't fall for it. Don't let him put the cherry in your mouth, ladies. Pure survival. He's trying to get y'all on his side.
They were not necessarily valued. She is the GOAT.
Yeah.
All of what you see, that is LaFace Records, I don't think any of that would have happened without her influence. Yeah.
Lil Jon.
It's my brother.
A brother too?
Yeah.
I love that. Sean Wilson, who's helped you with New Look, right? It's the brother who you know over 20 years. Back in 1999 when New Look started, he was one of the first, and you and your mom kind of developed the idea, right? What is Sean Wilson? What's the word that comes to mind when you thinking?
Greatness.
Greatness. Why greatness?
I think he's always strived for greatness and wants.
And if you notice, Usher's calling everybody his brother. He's calling all these industry demons his brother. You know what I'm saying? Same thing you said to Justin Bieber. It made him really feel like you was his brother. Pills of Bible till you sold his cakes out. You know what I'm saying? But watch when he say Diddy Glover.
Greatness from everyone and everything.
Joe Natter, your mom.
Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah.
I love that. Sean Combs.
Sean Combs.
Look how he's paused right there. He said Sean Combs. Usher, did you know that he was going to ask you about Diddy Glover? Pure survival? You was quick to say everybody else, your brothers and da-da-da. It seems like Usher had to think on how he was going to answer about Diddy Glover. Look, she said he had to really think. He said Sean Combs out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And it shocked me when I heard him defending him like that. I said, oh, this is why Justin Bieber went off. Smash that like button, guys. Shout out to the 2,000 people in the building. Everybody double tap that screen. We need 1,000 likes in the building.
And everything.
Joe Natter, your mom.
Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah.
I love that. Sean Combs.
Sean Combs.
That motherfucker said Sean Combs. Why did you have to say for? Were you saying like Diddy Glover's tasty cakes taste like ice cream to you, Usher? Or are you saying because Diddy Glover's milkshake brought your ass to the yard? You heard him say, he said Sean Combs. Usher said, He still could taste that semen from kissing that girl in the mouth. He like, Sean Combs. Or he had to clear his throat. Like, somebody give me a glass of freak off water. This man, I didn't know he was going to ask me about Diddy. We need to fire this bald head man. This motherfucker asked me about Diddy at the time Justin Bieber was asking me to tell on the man. Yo, guys, grow these nuts up. Smash that like button, guys. Listen, somebody just told me to grow up in the chat. Can y'all put some nuts in his mouth? Pure Bible. Put some nuts in that grown man that's telling another grown man to grow up. But you watching another grown man, pure survival, eat these nuts. How should I grow up and you a grown man watching another grown man talk about other grown men? Pure survival.
Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah.
I love that. Sean Combs.
Sean Combs. Legacy.
Legacy. I asked that because, when I was researching you, I found this interview from 2015, I believe, or maybe even further, where it was in Philly. It was during your tour, and I'm listening to it and it said, all of the things that were going on in New York at that time, I quote, I knew better. Maybe it was those valuable lessons in integrity in Tennessee, and furthermore, I knew what the hell I wanted. I didn't want to go to New York for the experience. I wanted a career, right? I could have gotten to a lot of stuff, but I chose a different road. I had a plan. I had a focus, right? I wanted to get it done, and you avoided a lot of the negativity that we obviously know shows up in his story today. Young kids, how do you talk to them about avoiding that negative like you did because you had your path?
I mean, this might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history, but in many ways...
Yes, we can't ignore the reality of the history, Usher. And we know the history that we saw publicly between you, Diddy, and Justin Bieber. And you're saying we can't ignore the history, but we think it's very bizarre that you're sitting here taking up for this man. Acting like he didn't do nothing to you. Smash that like button.
I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as...
Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with Usher. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all disagree. He's saying we shouldn't ignore the fact that Diddy greatness and what he brought to the music and da-da-da-da. We shouldn't ignore that. You know what I'm saying? Sir, you should be saying we shouldn't ignore the things that we done found out about that demon. Didn't you see the Diddy's documentary, sir? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see Surviving Diddy, produced by 50 Cent? Do you think we're going to ignore that from what you're saying, sir? It sounds like you are being paid and you are a goddamn robot to the industry. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing exactly what Jay-Z's out here doing right now, trying to change the narrative. But it's nothing you're going to be able to change about Diddy. I'm sorry, sir. Diddy ruined his whole career and legacy, and you talking about Diddy is legacy. Smash that like button. No, Diddy is baby oil, sir. Get them likes up.
With any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible. It becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created. And I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him as legacy.
Yeah. You told Shannon Sharp you learned a lot about business during that era.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn?
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you had that really, really hard teacher, but you're watching something in real time. I think that the idea of the level of discipline that came with that time in business, especially in an era that was trying to prove itself culturally in hip hop now, You can't turn on the television and not see the influence of hip hop.
That's right.
But the people who actually made that appropriate and are the forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture and create something that was not just black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as. And that's what I choose to remember. I put respect on his name because I realized that, you know, what I learned as a businessman before I even understood what business was came as a result of seeing the incredible things that he was able to do and the way that he positioned himself as a businessman. There are trials and tribulations that come with
the incredible things that Diddy Glover done. Usher is, man, he's stuck. He's stuck. That's why he said, I don't got nothing bad to say about Diddy.
pressures of success and power. But what we choose to do with it is what I hope that you see with me and hopefully other people that I'm involved with, right? Big Sean Wilson, the Boys and Girls Club, they're doing things that I think are positive with the power and access that they have.
Well, staying on the business tip.
Wow. So the power that Diddy has to have Justin Bieber walking down the street is 2,000 degrees out. 2,000 Fahrenheit with some bunny rabbit fucking slippers on, lost and high out his mind because of the trauma that Diddy took him through and other people in the industry. This is the greatness you talking about? Justin Bieber walking around like this, pants sagging all the way down. His butt hurt so bad that he got his pants sagging. Prayers for Justin Bieber.
Hey Justin, good to see you. Hey, we got videos of you leaving Ice Spice with Taylor Swift. Are you guys?
Look at Justin Bieber's pants all the way down here. Pure survival. And it seemed like he had to have on 4 or 5 pair of pants because he couldn't trust y'all demons in the industry. So he had to protect his tasty cakes with at least 4 to 5 pair of pants. Then he got some slippers. It's super duper hot outside. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Prayers for Justin Bieber. Everybody smash that like button if y'all want to see Justin Bieber get justice for what happened to him as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him get justice. Clearly, Usher don't want him to see him get justice. And you talking about the greatness that Diddy did. This is the greatness? When he tries to hug you from the back, so you got to get on 5 pair of pants? This is crazy. This is crazy.
Hey Justin, good to see you. Hey, we got videos of you leaving Ice Spice with Taylor Swift. Are you guys good now? Were you able to mend that relationship? Are you good with everything with your wife?
Look at the boy's pants. Look at his pants. This is crazy, guys.
Is there anything to the rumors about you and Haley?
Do you want to clarify about you and Jaden at Coachella?
And then they're asking him about him and Jayden. Do you want to clarify the affair that we seen you and Jayden Smith have publicly? You know what I'm saying? Usher, why don't you talk about what Orlando Brown was saying? That they got to give up their booty holes. This is what Orlando Brown said. Why ain't you talking about this?
You're talented. You can sing, rap. You even got history doing that. Why haven't we seen more of you? My booty hole. I'm not giving no booty hole up. When you talk about people that give up sacrifices, bro, the main thing they give up is their booty hole.
You hear this? Usher, what about this sacrifice that Orlando Brown and his tiger hair color is saying? What about this sacrifice when you have to be given the Oshkosh goulash, diggity motherfucker doomage? You talking about all this greatness of Diddy Glover, but these young stars, these young kid actors, these young kid singers had to give up their tasty cakes. You're not talking about that though. Smash that like button, guys.
You're talented. You can sing, rap. You even got history doing that. Why haven't we seen more of you? My booty hole. I'm not giving no booty hole up. When you talk about people that give up sacrifices, bro, the main thing they give up is their booty hole. You have to be able to give him you in order for you to make it do what it do. And that's what Quincy Jones did to Tevin Campbell. It's these parents that act like they can leave their kids in these rooms. Everybody ain't cool like that, bro. R. Kelly was cool. The man that said I could believe I could fly raped a whole bunch of kids.
And you hear all of this, and this is the stuff he's trying to avoid. This is the greatness that Diddy taught Justin Bieber how to make Odell Beckham's wiener disappear. When Diddy recorded him while he's in the club and Trey Songz is sitting there watching. This is the greatness, Usher. This right here.
It's a momentous occasion. Put yourself on that. Take a picture. Something like this only happens once in a lifetime.
And Diddy's right there. Diddy's right there, Usher.
For the winners in the building.
Right there.
Take yourself on that.
This the greatness. This is the greatness that you talking about, Usher. When Justin Bieber had to go down and do the limo, the freak off limbo, you talking about when Justin Bieber had to get drugged, because he clearly was drugged right here, Pure Survival. It's no way he's sitting there gobbling this man's wiener down like Pac-Man. Muck, 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 muck. You know what I'm talking about? And Diddy and them is sitting there recording this boy to do a humiliation ritual. And the look in his face, Usher, when he got caught doing this sex act, it's sad. Look at Justin Bieber's face, Pure Survival. He got the face to when, you know, when it's dark at night and somebody turned the light on, Pure Survival, when you was asleep and the motherfucker turned the light on. This is what it looks like. Somebody turned the light on when Justin Bieber was trying to sleep in peace. Pure Survival. Smash that like button, guys. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make no sense. We got too many people to not have 1,000 likes in the building. Justin Bieber is being R-worded, for Christ's sakes, on the dance floor. I do not think he's willingly making these men dinglings disappear. And they were just sitting there taking turns on him. You know what I'm saying? And this is the greatness that you're talking about with Diddy Glover. You know what I'm saying? That's why when everybody was confused, did they really fight? Did it? Yes, because of what Usher said in that interview.
TMZ just dropped this exclusive bombshell straight from Beyonce's Oscars after party. Justin and Usher went at it in a fist fight. These two already unfollowed each other on social media months ago, but now we see exactly why the beef exploded. Usher was the one who introduced Justin to Diddy back in the day, and he stood right there watching while Justin got passed around at those wild Diddy parties. Now Justin's finally facing everything that happened, but Usher doesn't want to hear a single word of it. Justin's holding stories that could blow the lid off everything, and insiders say they're scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut.
Scrambling hard to keep his mouth shut, right? And you talking about all this greatness with Diddy Glover, right? But let's talk about the freak off parties. Let's talk about that girl that came up missing that was going to testify against Diddy when she described what happens at Diddy's freak off parties. Usher, we know you was there at the dungeon. This is what what Justin Bieber had to go through. Just like these is what the people had to go through going to Diddy's parties. This girl described a party that was insane, and Usher act like this stuff didn't happen. This girl was telling the truth.
Scandal.
And they didn't believe me. But when it started coming out, people were like mentioning me like, you were telling the truth about it. And I'm like, duh, I'm not gonna lie about something like that. And I kind of like tried to briefly talk about it because I knew it wasn't gonna seem true because it was just too much. It was too crazy. It was too crazy.
And everybody was thinking that this girl was a liar, that her in her wig was lying about the freak off dungeon, the freak off party that Diddy Glover had a freak off prince take her on a Latin freak off carpet over to Diddy's dungeon?
Gonna think that I was just lying. It had like a lot of people involved, celebrities and stuff. So I was trying to be real vague about it, but that party traumatized me.
How'd you get invited to it?
By being with a prince that I met in LA. He lived in Glendale, California. And, long story short, I got out of this crazy little contract and I was looking for somebody to invest in me. And I knew somebody who knew somebody that was like, I want to introduce you to a prince. He know a lot of celebrities, producers and stuff. So I never put two and two together that this prince knew P. Diddy as
When you say a
producer.
prince of what?
He was a Arabian prince.
Really?
Yes.
Diddy Glover made sure he sent a freak off Arabian prince. Arabian night. Took her out for the freakiest day. Smash that like button, guys. We need 500 more likes. Do y'all hear what's happening?
Together that this prince knew P. Diddy as
When you say a prince of what?
He was a Arabian prince.
Really?
Yes. And he really was a prince for real. But I wasn't worried about him being a prince. I was worried about who he actually knew. So when he invited me to, he met me, he said, I want to invite you tomorrow to Music Ultra Week, whatever. And it's like an event, Ultra Music Week. It's like an event for like 2 weeks where people party, including P. Diddy. And they party at Club Live. They party at like just in South Beach, Star Island, like where P. Diddy stays or throw his freak offs at. And
yes, let's talk about the freak off island. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sweetheart, Hims was a prince. Hims was a freak off prince. You know what I'm saying? The freak off.
Live, they party at like just in South Beach, Star Island, like where P. Diddy stays or throw his freak offs at. And I never knew that we were gonna go there because I was there for 2 weeks and I knew it was something fishy. He kept saying, I got a surprise for you, I'm like, but I'm only supposed to stay for 2 weeks and I'm here longer than 2 weeks. And it was almost a month. It was basically a month by then. And he was like, no, because I just want you to meet one special person. So he ended up telling me, like, when we went to Club Live, he was like, guess where we're going tonight? I'm like, where? He's like, to P. Diddy's house. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, that's crazy because I hear a lot about P. Diddy. And I'm like, his house for what? Like, to go sing? He's like, no, he's throwing this wild party.
Now, you hear how they setting this girl up? They're setting her up to traffic her kitty cat. You know what I'm saying? She was with this prince. He held her hostage for 2 weeks up to a month just to get her over to Diddy's freak off dungeon.
Oh, he ended up telling me, like, when we went to Club Live, he was like, guess where we're going tonight? I'm like, where? He's like, to P. Diddy's house. I'm like, oh, really? I'm like, that's crazy because I hear a lot about P. Diddy. And I'm like, his house for what? Like, to go sing? He's like, no, he's throwing this wild party. I'm like, oh, okay. So we went from Club Live. It ended at like, the clubs end at like 3 or 4 and not 2, like how out here is. So we waited around the mansion, the Prince's mansion, for about an hour. And then as soon as 6:30 hit, we went. We all got in the car, like a big Uber. And me and all the other girls. Now, mind you, I'm the only black girl. So.
Now, you see that, Usher? You want to talk about all the greatness that Diddy did, but you don't want to talk about none of this. This girl has the receipts. This is real live footage of her on her way to the freak off dungeon. Usher, were you at the dungeon, buck ass naked, getting power drived? This is why you don't want to talk about this, Usher. The girl got the receipts.
We went. We all got in the car, like a big Uber, and me and all the other girls. Now, mind you, I'm the only black girl. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm about to meet P. Diddy. Oh, like, I'm probably going to have to sing for him. And I just tried to, like, keep my composure. So we get there, and that's when stuff got weird. And that's why they lock up our phones, because they know what we see in there, it's he can get in trouble like right now. So
Now you see that? Usher try to say all this innocent stuff about Diddy. Why do they lock up your phones when you go to the freak off dungeon? Can you explain that, Usher? If we just going to a regular party, why are you taking my phone from me? I'm trying to get footage. I'm trying to enjoy myself. I'm trying to show my family what the hell I was turning up. But no, they take your phone soon as you get to the dungeon. Smash that like button, guys.
and da-da-da. And I just tried to like keep my composure. So we get there, and that's when stuff got weird. And that's why they lock up our phones, because they know what we see in there, it's he can get in trouble like right now. So basically, we arrived, security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. So the bubble case is closed. They can't get unlocked until we
A freak off bubble case.
So as we're in there, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Team Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So I, got pictures.
You see that? She got pictures and receipts, ladies and gentlemen. A freak off photo booth. So you can't take photos with your own pictures. You got to get in this booth right here. And it was probably cameras in there and everything. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Usher know about this freak off parties and know about this stuff. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think Usher knew anything about these parties and what Diddy was doing. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think.
There, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Team Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So I, got pictures. I still got everything in my Snap too, like the photos, everything. That's all you could get. So I'm walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to tell you which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house, because the freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music.
Wow. So you got a freak off in the backyard and a freak off in the driveway. So it's a freak off all throughout the whole entire house. And Usher's trying to act like he don't know about this. And this is what Justin Bieber wants to confirm and literally tell the truth about. She said it's a freak off all throughout the house. And Diddy Glover's sons was recruiting the freak off mermaids. Which son do y'all think that was recruiting the freak off mermaids? Because to me, I think it was King Kong. I think King Kong was like, look, my dad sent me outside to me so I could come and pick out all the girls, and all the boys that want to come in the freak off dungeon. My dad said I could pick them out. Hold on, turn around. Oh, okay, my dad will love your butt. Yeah, you and him come in, because my dad will love your butt. King Combs was out there picking out all the motherfucking freak off hostages. And Usher trying to act like he don't know nothing about this.
To go inside the house, because
Look, Diddy's son.
Walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to tell you which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house, because the freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music. Like the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud. So you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking around, drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it.
Wow, 7 o'clock in the morning, and everyone's buck ass naked. 7 o'clock in the morning. Have any of y'all been to a party that started at 7 in the morning and nobody got no clothes on? You got a butt naked DJ, you got a butt naked waitresses walking around. You know what I'm talking about? And then she said they got the loud house music. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think it's drugs in the music. Because I think Diddy was able to put drugs in the music. I think the people was getting high and cracked out their mind off of the music from the door. As soon as you come in, they have drugs inside of the music. You coming in there, poof, 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 titties popping out, poof, 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 poof. Don't want no, don't want no, don't want no, poof, poof, poof. Short, short, man, don't want no, poof, poof. Yo, this is crazy.
Freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music. Like the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud. So you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking around, drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already, and they're in the pool skinny dipping, and they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like a waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like in the...
Okay, now look, I got a question for y'all. Now, she said the waitresses was just walking around passing people drinks, and everybody was drinking the drinks. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think she drank one of the drinks. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think her or her weave took any sips of those drinks. Because she claimed that she didn't drink nothing. Everybody else was drinking. Everybody else was buck-ass naked. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's a setup. If you go to that party and they just handing you drinks and everybody drinking it, you know that they had them drinks laced. Them drinks was definitely laced. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. Everybody double tap that screen. We got 1,400 people. Like I said, we should have 1,000 likes in the building. If everybody take their finger and go boom, hit the like, boom, hit the like, we will hit the, we need 300 more likes. But so people think you was drinking something, girl.
And people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already, and they're in the pool skinny dipping, and they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like a waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like an occasional drinker. Like I'll drink if we're partying or whatever, just for that occasion. So, because people are going to keep saying drink, drink, drink. But I didn't take a drink yet. But I just had it in my hand. So one of the sons seen me walking, mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So I was walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So I went to him, and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like, there was some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes.
Wow. So you come in there and get a freak off Cinderella glass slipper. Yo, Usher, you try to act like you didn't know about this? So she had 2 other girlfriends with her that didn't qualify to make it to the final round of the freak off. Like she said, when you get there, there's a freak off in the driveway. There's a freak off on the sidewalk. There's a freak off in the backyard. So her girlfriends must have been, they didn't fit the Diddy Glover's criteria. So the girlfriends, they only could be in the outside freak off. Look, you got to go over there and do something freaky by the trash can. You can't get inside. They wanted her, and they wanted her wig. So her and her wig made it to the final round of the freak off. I just got to make that clear. So she won the Cinderella freak off slides. Smash that like button, guys. We need 300 likes.
So, because people are going to keep saying drink, drink, drink. But I didn't take a drink yet. But I just had it in my hand. So one of the sons seen me walking, mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So I was walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So I went to him, and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like, there was some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? He was like, go in the house with these. He was like, everybody who gets these shoes, you get to go in the house. But I'm thinking you could just go in the house if you want to, but everybody can't go in the house. They're literally...
Y'all hear that? Everybody can't go into the dungeon. Everybody can't get inside of Diddy's freak off dungeon. We got 1,700 people in the building. We need 300 more likes. Everybody smash that like button. Put a one in the chat if you think that if you showed up at Diddy's freak off dungeon and you didn't know that it was a freak off. Put a one if y'all think that y'all would have been able to go into the freak off dungeon. Put a two in the chat if y'all don't think that Diddy Glover's son, his little special needs son, King Combs, no disrespect to special needs, but King Combs is special. You know what I'm saying? Do you think King Combs would have let you in? Put a two in the chat if you think that you wouldn't have made it into the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? If they wouldn't have came up to you and said, hey, look, you gonna get some slippers. This shit funny.
I went to him and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like there was some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? He was like, go in the house with these. He was like, everybody who gets these shoes, you get to go in the house. But I'm thinking you could just go in the house if you want to, but everybody can't go in the house. They're literally selectively picking who they want. So I'm like, well, what about my friend? He was like, no, only you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm holding the shoes. I'm walking around. You know, I'm a good, loyal friend. I'm not going to go inside a house where they say my friend can't go. So we just walking around mingling. But we tripping out, looking at everybody like they off, everything smoking and jumping around like hooligans. And so I seen P. Diddy or whatever, and I seen him with the Prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really, I get real nervous. Something real crazy, because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about, like me, my family, because it's us. But when it's other people, bro, doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so guys, put in the chat what y'all think Diddy Glover was doing that was so sexual and freaky that she saw when she walked in the dungeon. What do y'all think? She don't like to expose people, but she's on here doing it. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I mean, somebody said she's a freak. What do y'all think? She said Diddy was in there doing something real freaky. Do y'all think Diddy was making somebody's wiener disappear like Justin Bieber? What do y'all think? Smash that like button. Oh my God. Secret of Truth said Diddy was in there eating tasty cakes. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to just let the video play. Like, get 1,000 likes in here. Then tell me that. Pure survival. Why don't you influence the people to smash that like button and then we can talk? You know what I'm talking about? Do not make me put some nuts in your mouth. We need 300 likes in the building.
I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really, I get real nervous. Something real crazy, because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about, like me, my family, because it's us. But when it's other people, bro, doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say. So that we can see and so that we can get turned on, okay? So he's doing something with himself. And I'm like, girl, do you see him? She's like, yes. But mind you, we're screaming like, girl, do you see him? Oh my God. Because of the music. And I'm just like, whatever. Then he starts to act like really obnoxious. Like, I'm the king of the world. Jumping around, doing all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's regular P. Diddy shit.
Wow. So Diddy's jumping around like a freak off bunny rabbit. He's bunny hopping like Meek Mill's talking about, I'm the freak off king of the world. I can picture Diddy Glover doing that. Smash that like button.
Because of the music. And I'm just like, whatever. Then he starts to act like really obnoxious. Like, I'm the king of the world. Jumping around, doing all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's regular P. Diddy shit. But what got me was how he walked up to me and was like, why are you not in the house? And I'm like, what do you mean? He like, how are you enjoying my house? So we had a little talk or whatever. He started talking about all these things. Oh yeah, you're the one that, you know, I seen was telling me about the Prince. He's like, oh yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Like, your life is not gonna be the same. Da 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 da. We started talking about going to Cuba. Are you going to Cuba with us? I'm like, what? And that's the thing. I didn't really know about this. So this is when I start asking around or whatever. I said that in the last interview. But to get to the point, I ended up going in the house because he was on me like, go in that house. I'm like...
And that's very controlling and very scary. That Diddy Glover said, go in that house. You've got the freak off Cinderella glass slippers. Now go in that house. So everybody's buck ass naked, everybody drunk, high, doing all this crazy stuff, and Diddy's in her face demanding that she go in the house, her in the wig.
That's the thing. I didn't really know about this. So this is when I start asking around or whatever. And I said that in the last interview. But to get to the point, I ended up going in the house because he was on me, like, go in the house. I'm like, okay. And then the person that he was dating at that time, we're not going to say her name, but we all know, she came and was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever. And he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is about. I don't want to.
Wow. Now y'all see that? Usher ain't talking about that. You talking about Diddy changed lives and did all this. She said she was talking to Diddy too long, and the person that he was dating walked up to her, tapped him on the shoulder, and he just pushed her to the ground like she wasn't nothing. Put in the chat who y'all think that girl was. Because we clearly found out who the girl that Diddy was with at this time, at this freak off, and he just pushed her to the ground like she was nothing. Cassie. Look, all the Cassies coming in. Somebody said J-Lo, Cassie, Erica Kirk. Oh my God, somebody said Erica Kirk. Yo, y'all funny as hell. Look, everybody saying Cassie. This is crazy. The girl Cassie. Jeanette Jackson, Young Miami. Damn, look, everybody got different names of who they think that she put. Oh my God, Mary J. Blige. Somebody said Mary J. Blige got pushed to the ground. This is crazy, but Usher's not talking about none of this though. That's the crazy thing. Thank you, sweetheart. Everybody smash that like button. We need 200 more likes. We could do it. Everybody smash that like button. Damn, like this is wow.
Because he was on me like, go in the house. I'm like, okay. And then the person that he was dating at that time, we're not going to say her name, but we all know, she came and was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever, and he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is about. I don't want to be in the middle of there, whatever. So that's what made me go into the house, because I'm like, okay, let me just go in the house. So I told my friend, like, wait right here, girl, let me just put on these shoes, see what this house is about. Walk up in there. I don't judge people, because at the time I was just smoking weed. But you know when people are out of their mind, and you know when people, you know what you don't want to be a part of. And it's just like, I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say.
Wow. And you telling me that this is the legacy you're talking about, Usher, of Diddy Glover? This corner right here, Lil Nas X is getting blown, his back blown out. Caitlyn Jenner over there. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian having a fivesome in the corner right here. You know what I'm talking about? Jaden Smith and Justin Bieber in the corner kissing and hugging and making out. This is the parties you talking about? I mean, this is the legacy? This is crazy.
People are out of their mind. And you know when people, you know what you don't want to be a part of. And it's just like, I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not going to say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed up, little.
Wow, she said little people. What do y'all think she mean by that? So it was little people there dressed up like little leprechaun. Yes, children. She's saying it was children at this freak off party. Built a Bible. 7 in the morning with all these adults high out their minds and buck ass naked. You know what I'm saying? And you was a minor, Usher. Justin Bieber was a minor. This girl is saying it was little kids at the party. Smash that like button, guys. This is crazy. And put your prayer hands up. You know what I'm saying? And these parents need to be in jail. You know what I'm saying? We got 2,000 people. We need 200 more likes. This is so it's little kids at the parties.
I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not gonna say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm just looking like maybe it's some type of production going on. But why would they be at this party at 7 o'clock in the morning with grown people? Like why would they be here? So I was just like, okay, whatever. Like but then when I'm looking in this corner, this person laid out, and I'm looking like, what's going on? Then I'm seeing like Instagram models or whatever. I'm like, oh, hey. So I'm kind of getting distracted, feeling like kind of comfortable. Like, she's here? Oh my gosh, she's here. And then I see P. Diddy, walking through the house, like with his eyes on me. Like, like, is this, you see, like, are you agreeing with this? And I don't. Now, mind you, I still got my friend out there. So I walked out of the house and I'm telling her, like, oh my God, bitch. Like, this is, oh my God, she like for real? But I'm just like, I'm not even tripping. Like, oh, well, like, this nigga's weird. Like, so I'm really looking at the situation like, I don't even want to be involved in this type of stuff because once I see something, I can't get it out of my mind. And I'm like a hypochondriac, like I keep on having flashbacks about it. So, whatever. So, of course, I come out, and then here he goes again. And another rapper, well-known rapper, comes and starts feeling on me like, hey, you. So now it's...
Wow, so now I'm going to give y'all a chance. She said there was another well-known rapper that came up and started filling her out like an application. Started just filling her body all up with oil. Who was the rapper? Look, first person said Jay-Z. Oh my God, feel the Bible. Another person said Jay-Z. Somebody said Meek Mills. Somebody said Meek Mills. 50 Cent, absolutely not. I don't believe that. Meek Mills, Mace. Oh my God. Listen, the rappers is coming out. Me personally, I think that she was talking about Jay-Z. That's just my thought. You know what I'm saying? Usher's not a rapper, but I believe Usher was definitely at this dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. Everybody smash that like button. We need 100 more likes.
Whatever. So, of course, I come out. And then here he goes again. And another rapper, well-known rapper, comes and starts feeling on me like, hey, you. So now it just seems like everybody is faded at this point. They're either drunk or on all the drugs, obviously, with this house music. So now I just feel like trapped in. Like, I don't like it. And I know the devil when I see it. Because by me being so spiritual and tapped in, I know when something is not right. I'm not judging, but I just don't want to be a part of it because how am I going to get out of this shit? Like, I'm already here. And then I heard conversations or whatever. And then P. Diddy was like, that's the one that I want. I want her. So now I feel like, they plotting on me like, did you bring me here on purpose? Like, is this the, producer you was talking about? And I came here specifically with the Prince to rub elbows with people, to network.
Now, you see the setup? She came there because she's a singer. I know she looks like a freak off mermaid. I know she does. But I'm not going to let y'all say that she's a lying freak off mermaid. I'm not going to sit here and let y'all say she know damn well she was there trying to get money for sex. I'm not going to let y'all say that. Yes, she does look like a toot. Yes, she does look like a toot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to sit here and let y'all accuse her of being a freak off mermaid just because she looked like one. She's a singer. She was there trying to sing. Rub shoulders, not rub wieners. Instead, it was a setup. You know what I'm saying? They was allegedly trying to traffic her and traffic her weave. Smash that like button, guys. Listen, it's 1,800 people, man. I'm going to sit here and wait. Like, come on now. We need 100 likes. Double tap that screen. It's too many people here during survival. I see if this was after survival, but all of y'all here is during survival. And you can't get mad at me because I don't want to judge her just because she looks like, you know what I'm saying? Because she looks like the H.O. that stole Christmas. I'm not going to sit here and let y'all judge her because she looked like the H.O. that stole Christmas. You know what I'm saying? She's really a singer. She wasn't trying to get her back blowed out. So I'm not going to let y'all accuse her of that.
Bring me here on purpose? Like, is this the, producer you was talking about. And I came here specifically with the Prince to rub elbows with people, to network for the music week. But then I put two and two together, like, the Prince have been saying your life is never gonna be the same. You're gonna be happy, somebody's expecting you. And I just feel like that was the time that I was gonna get sex trafficked or, drugged or something like that. And then they kept trying to make me, like, I've been around celebrities before. If a rapper wants you or somebody wants you, they're not going to do it. They're going to send somebody else to do it. So if a waitress is coming or another girl or a pretty girl or a guy, they'll sick somebody on you. Like, take this drink, do this, do that. And then you just feel eyes on you, like watching to see if you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. So I already know what time it was. And it's crazy because I had to leave that place. In my last interview, I told you I had to escape. I had to leave from the Prince because he was telling me we was leaving for Cuba the next day. Cuba with who? With P. Diddy or what? Like, this is all crazy. So to see all of this stuff come out.
Wow. They was trying to take her to Cuba. They was trying to take her to Cuba like Gooding, like radio. Do y'all see the setup? This is just crazy. You know what I mean? 2 pills on her forehead is hilarious, y'all. The girl said she felt like they was trying to take her to Cuba and traffic her. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys.
Because he was telling me we was leaving for Cuba the next day. Cuba with who? With P. Diddy or what? Like, this is all crazy. So to see all of this stuff come out, and I escaped by leaving. I had to call the police and everything. I had to leave with the Prince. That's another story. From the Prince, from that house. I didn't leave with the other girls. I had to get my phone unlocked, of course. But, like, I had to, like, catch a taxi, not even an Uber, a taxi to another location. And then I ended up going to the airport and I ended up leaving because I just felt bamboozled. First, I'm getting lied to about how long I'm supposed to stay there. Then you keep talking about I'm supposed to meet this producer, but we're not talking about nothing with music, but you're talking about going to Cuba. We didn't even do what we were supposed to do in Miami, or did we do what we were supposed to do in Miami at this freak off? But because I'm not cooperating with what I see, and I feel like that's what the Illuminati and stuff is about, like a secret society. Like, they want to see what you allow, what you cool with, and then
Wow. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all agree with her. She said that she felt like that was they were the Illuminatis, the Illuminatians, and they was trying to see if she was going to give up them tasty cakes, if she was going to give up that kitty cat. Real. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that was Illuminati. It's 2,000 people. Everybody smash that like button.
I see, and I feel like that's what the Illuminati and stuff is about, like a secret society. Like, they want to see what you allow, what you cool with, and then next thing you know, boom, take that drink, you're drugged. Take that, you're out of it. Take that pill, because everybody was off something, but you had to be being in that environment like that.
How many people were at this event?
Like hundreds. Even when it was a certain amount outside, but in the house was really crowded. You know what I'm saying? And you would think,
So the freak off outside, it was a lot of people, but it had nothing. It had nothing on the indoor freak off. So can you imagine all of these freak off vampires running around, fingers, nails sharp? All of them got the Beyonce's breath. You know what I'm saying? Some of the vampires sleeping upside down in some of the rooms, completely buck naked. You know what I mean? You don't have no garlic on your neck, so how can you protect yourself from the freak off vampires? You know what I'm saying? And man, I believe every word this girl is saying. And you see how, and put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Meek Mills was with the freaky deaky. Tell me if y'all think that Meek Mills was down with the freaky deaky. Because you seen the way Diddy was expressing his love for Meek Mills at that pool when they had a private pool party. And he kept saying, "Oh, I love you, Daddy." And I just love the way the soap is going, the suds from the pool running down your back. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, guys. We need 75 more likes. 75 people. Hit that like button, guys.
You know, so I like my bath at the right temperature. It's just little things that I personally like. I like my room to be sexy.
But Diddy gets even weirder with his own friends. Because for number 9, Diddy filmed himself flirting with Meek Mill.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man,
Look at all the oil that he put on Meek Mill's back. Pure survival. Look how he aimed at Meek Mill. Why has Meek Mill's got his cakes in the air inside the swimming pool? Why ain't your cakes inside of the pool, Meek? Somebody tell me why Rob Mika's cakes is hanging over the pool and Diddy standing up talking about I love you, King Son. Oh, you got me scrambling. Oh, you got me scraping Dottie. Meek Mill's like, get the camera out my face, goddammit. I don't want nobody to know we're having an affair. They already see me bunny hopping for Michael Rubin. Pure Bible, get that camera out my face, Diddy Glover. But Diddy couldn't help it. He seen that baby oil on his shoulders. He said, let me rub that baby oil in. Meek, this is crazy, guys. Smash that like button. We got 1,800 people. Damn it, Meek. They believe that he smashed. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that Diddy smashed Meek Mills. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't think that he smashed. If y'all don't think that he smashed. Diddy the human, oh my God. How many bottles of baby oil was he used on him? He got super soaked. Yo, y'all funny as hell. You said he super soaked Meek Mill's back. Nicki already exposed it. That club video where Meek at. Let's hear her out. Oh my God, y'all funny as hell.
man, you deserve it, Daddy. You put in that work. Proud of you. I love you.
And if you think that's creepy, pay attention to Diddy's reaction after what Meek Mill says right here.
I was be good and everything. I was joking. I'm joking shit. I'm on the mic trying to rap.
Look, Meek Mill's talking about he drunk as shit. Diddy right there dancing as Meek singing to Diddy Glover. He's singing to Diddy. Diddy's more excited about Meek singing than everybody else in the audience. And they look at all the red. What is the red for? What is he giving him the freak off red light special?
I was be good and everything. I was joking. I'm joking shit. I'm on the mic trying to rap like that. What's the move? It's your birthday. Oh.
Diddy got a little too excited when Meek Mill brought up sleeping with someone. Now, I think it's safe to say Diddy knows how to make anyone feel uncomfortable. And that's definitely true at number 8, because he once hopped on Instagram and shared this.
Hennessy.
And I think
oh my God. Do you hear this? Do y'all remember the movie Warriors? Warriors, come out and play. Diddy Glover said, Hennessy, come out and play. And you know, both of them bottles was definitely probably full with the poison, the mixed drinks and shit that they put in your stuff. He's excited, clapping them bottles back. He thinking about Meek Mill's cheeks.
When Meek Mill brought up sleeping with someone. Now, I think it's safe to say Diddy knows how to make anyone feel uncomfortable. And that's definitely true at number 8, because he once hopped on Instagram and shared this.
Hennessy.
And I think we know what he meant by come out and play. Just watch number 7 on our list. Because Diddy once shared a video of him on a balcony with a bunch of shirtless guys when he started to act weird.
Hold on. Both of y'all, let's get both of y'all. Ain't no grind going on. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no grind going on at all.
You talk about balling and just this and that. I think you watch Rolly bracelet.
Yeah, it ain't no watch.
No. This is we smoke. Check your man out.
Look at Diddy spinning around like a freak off ballerina. Bible. He's up here with all of these butt naked men, and he's sitting there in the background spinning around like this. He's like, oh my God, I'm going to get my back blown out tonight. Oh, it's going to be the greatest back blowing I ever had. Look at him spinning around. What is he doing this shit for? Y'all smash that like button, guys. Come on, we need 50 more likes and we will be at our 1,000. Look at this man. The Superman, the super freak off man. He flying in the air, no cape on, buck ass naked with a diaper, matter of fact. This is crazy with Clive Davis diapers on. Look at the man.
Not going on at all. You talk about balling and just this and that. I'm thinking watch Roly bracelet. Yeah, it ain't no watch.
Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah, I'm letting the whole crew smokes, you know?
Look at him. What is he doing? Did you see him turn around and started twizzling his fingers? Oh my God, this dude is freaky as hell.
Yeah, it ain't no watch. No. This we smoke. Check your man out. Check your man out. Yeah, just let him do his thing. Yeah, I'm letting the whole crew smokes, you know?
Look at him. Look at him.
And look, if Diddy wants something, there's no stopping him. Because at number 6, Diddy was caught smacking Jay-Z's ass.
50 had to come back out, make my show hot. I so appreciate it. We'll see it, man. You know, Rockefeller show on the bar.
And this is why I think that Jay-Z and Diddy had an affair. You know what I'm saying? Why did Diddy run out on stage like that and instantly he instantly palmed Jay-Z's tasty cakes. Just grabbed a hold of his cakes. And look at T.I.'s face. It looked like Jay-Z might have farted when he grabbed his ass. He might have farted. Look at T.I.'s cheekbones. He like, oh my God, something stink. Oh my God, something smell like poop. Look at his face. Oh my God, something smell like poop. Jay-Z just passed gas. Look, and then he sagging all the way down. So it was all ass that he grabbed. You know what I'm saying? No jeans. Look how fast he grabbed his butt.
He was caught smacking Jay-Z's ass.
50 had to come back out, make my show hot. I so appreciate it. We'll see it, man. You know, Rockefeller show on the city.
That man went out there. He said, "The hell with the crowd." They wanted Jay. They said, "Diddy, you got to go out there and get you a microphone so you can rap with us." He grabbed Jay-Z's ass like that was the mic. He wanted to sing in between his cakes. Listen, Jay-Z, listen, at first I was like, okay, maybe Jay-Z didn't know or it wasn't consensual. But if he didn't turn around and back smack him like, yo, what the fuck, you just grabbed my ass? What the fuck? You know what I mean? Jay-Z didn't do nothing. He just kept performing. So I said, okay, they must have definitely were seeing each other. They were going steady, and he probably did not want Diddy to do that in front of everybody, and Diddy did not care. You know what I mean? He said, I want what I want when I want it. Smash that like button, guys.
Comes to women, Diddy's even creepier. Because at number 5, Diddy once admitted to locking women up.
If you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
It's sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but yeah.
And some things.
And he admitted it right there that Diddy put locks on the doors. So if you go hang out with him, he locks you in the damn thing. And we never looked at that as weird until like now. Years later, you look at it and be like, this nigga just said he gonna lock you in the room. Smash that like button.
Creepier. Because at number 5, Diddy once admitted to locking women up.
If you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
This is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but yeah.
And some things Diddy does aren't even behind closed doors. Because at number 4, Diddy's the first man to scare Mike Tyson on live TV.
Well, it truly is about the Benjamin. Let me see. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Now, this is how you know that Diddy's been doing this for years. And when he's crazy about a man, when his sexual drive is, when he see what he wants, This man was brave enough to try to rub on Mike Tyson's leg. He tried to rub on Mike Tyson's kneecaps. At this time, Mike Tyson was the heavyweight champion of the world. Pure survival. Mike Tyson was biting motherfuckers' ears off at this time. Diddy didn't care if his ears got bit off. He didn't care if his head got punched off his shoulders. He reached for motherfucking Mike Tyson's goddamn kneecaps. And Mike Tyson was like, this is not funny. Get your hands off me. I'll knock you out. I'll bite your ear. Mike Tyson says, if you don't get your freaking hands up off me, smash that like button, guys. Usher, this is the man that you are defending that's crazy enough to try to sexually molest Mike Tyson. That's a crazy motherfucker to go after Mike Tyson.
Things Diddy does aren't even behind closed doors. Because at number 4, Diddy's the first man to scare Mike Tyson on live TV.
Well, it truly is about the Benjamin, man. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
It truly is about the Benjamin.
Yeah, Mike Tyson got up and got away from him.
For Diddy, I don't think it's only about the Benjamins. But look, we've hit the top 3, which means you're about to see Diddy at his absolute weirdest. And
What
first
the hell?
up, Diddy recorded himself on a date with another man. See, while flying on his private jet, Diddy got real comfortable with Russell Brand.
Best friend right here. My new best friend. Hello. Rusty Rocket. Very, 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 very near friend of mine.
And now here's where things get weird.
But we know that we're going out on like a date.
We're going out on like a date. Pure survival. Russell Westbrook, he got all of them allegations too, right, guys? Didn't he catch all of these like some sick allegations at the same, like not at the same time, but Russell Westbrook got some type of Diddy charges as well. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. He had to put that fire. Did he do Russell Westbrook got a he's an actor. He was in Get Him at the Greek. Get Him to the Greek, and Diddy Glover was there. He was in the movie too. And Diddy admitted that they were on a date and then tried to play it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? That they were going out smashing. And if Diddy would have just dated Russell Westbrook instead of trying to force his girlfriends to get their cheeks clapped by men that he wanted to really be with, he should have just stayed in a relationship with Russell. He wouldn't be in the feds right now. Russell Brand.
My new best friend. Hello. Rusty Rocket. Very, 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 very near friend of mine.
And now here's where things get weird.
But we know that we're going out on like a date. A straight guy date, like to a guy's night, 48 hours in Vegas. You're seeing us at.
And why is he always taking somebody out for 48 hours? Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? And Russell, he's like, we're going on a date. We're going on a date. Because that's how he thought. Me and Diddy going on a date. Diddy, he gonna blow my back out. Look, I'm so excited because I'm with Diddy. And Diddy gonna put that ding on me. Oh yeah, I'm happy. This is consensual because I'm with Diddy. And Diddy Glover's going to put the baby oil all over my body. Yeah. Smash that like button, guys. We need 20 more likes. 20 more people smash that like button. Pure survival. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that they smashed. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think that they was just being friends. That this was a friendly guy date with them flying out. Like Diddy Glover flunked him out. We know all the sex workers that he done flunked out. He done got into trouble. He's in jail for flying out men already. So he flunked Russell out, and he's like, Diddy, we're going to go have fun. Come on, Diddy.
A straight guy date, like to a guy's night, 48 hours in Vegas. You're seeing us at the beginning. of the 48 hours. I didn't know what happened in Vegas, stayed in Vegas, but we really plan on going to the hot.
Now for number 2.
So he said, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but you just told us what was about to go down. Why did you go live like this and say that he's going with you for 48 hours and what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? You took Justin Bieber for 48 hours, Diddy Glover. So it's always that 48 hours. You go with him for 48 hours, trust me, you're going to have a hunchback. But then you're going to turn into a vampire. So you're going to be the freak off hunchback of Notre Dame. And this when he was checking Usher, checking Justin Bieber for a wire. Let's talk about that, Usher. Why was he checking Justin Bieber for a wire? I'm pretty sure you knew why. Because he didn't want Justin to tell. And you still defending him.
Diddy's creepiest moments with another guy are probably with Justin Bieber. I mean, just watch this video where Diddy tells the camera Justin's about to have 48 hours with him and they can't discuss anything they're about to do together.
Check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
And a year.
Wow. So did you go buck fool crazy, Usher? Did Diddy Glover go buck fool crazy on your tasty cakes? Did he made your cakes, your tasty cake hair stand up? He said, yo, he went with Justin Bieber to take him to go buck fool crazy. Like, who says stuff like that? Buck fool crazy? Like, and then harass him because he didn't want to hang out and spend time with you no more. He wanted to do what young regular kids do. He wanted to go to the playground, go down the sliding board. He didn't want Diddy to be behind him on the sliding board with Justin in between his legs, Bible, tried to get away from the man, and he caught him and questioned him. How come you ain't been calling me? How come you ain't been hanging out with me?
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
And a year later, they linked up again. But this time, you can tell just how uncomfortable Justin is around Diddy.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? It's starting to act different, huh?
No.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
My number.
Yeah.
And on top of all that, when the two of them went on Jimmy
Y'all
Kimmel
see
together-
how scared that boy was? Everybody, man, put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Diddy Glover did something to Justin Bieber. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all think he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, you could see the discomfort. Where was Justin's security, right? You know what I'm saying? But Diddy probably was the one paying for like that had Justin's security. He probably the one, I mean, people was scared of Diddy Glover back in the day. Diddy was like literally allegedly getting people unalived around this time. Securities and all. Security guards was getting smoked with Diddy. So, and behind him. Exactly, baby. Exactly, baby. Diddy was a dangerous motherfucker. So Justin Bieber security was scared of him too. You know what I mean? I wish Justin Bieber had somebody like Solange hanging with him. Like if Solange would have seen Diddy questioning Justin Bieber like that, I think she would have kicked his ass. Bible in the elevator, in the stairwell, in the hallway. Solange would have been there for Justin, man.
Bieber started giving away details about their 48 hours together. And of course, that's when Diddy quickly stepped in and shut it down.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I got it. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house. And he knows better than be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
But look,
And why would he say that? Justin Bieber knew better to not be on national TV telling the world what he does with him. where he went for that 48 hours. That's crazy. Diddy was snitching on himself. Solange would have beat the brakes off of him. Classified. You know what I'm saying? Like, he literally was telling on himself. That's a sick, like the lounge. Diddy would have to take the stairs too. Facts. Jamil, you lost some weight. You look fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. Pure survival. I have been working out. I've been working. I've been working. I've been working. Yeah, I had to. My family doctor told me, look, Jamil, you and them M&Ms, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a diabetic, so, I had to go into, my health journey situation. You know what I mean? Diddy didn't like that telling our business. Yes, he did not like that. The man been telling on himself for a long time. That's why it's crazy that Usher, you know what I'm saying? It's trying to act like Diddy is this innocent person. You got that tan still from the vacation from Mexico. Pure survival. Yo, chicken wings and salad are my I know that's right, my diabetic meal. Yeah, my God, my God, my God. Melt in your mouth, not in your hands. Y'all funny as hell. I believe Usher got threatened. Me too. But why are you calling him Diddy Glover? Somebody just asked me that the other day. Jamil, why do you call Diddy Diddy Glover? And I explained it a long time ago, but I'll speed you guys up for the new people. I call Diddy Diddy Glover because when Diddy Glover got arrested and they showed his first mug shot and his beard turned gray, he started to look like Danny Glover. He started to look like Danny Glover. So I just went on ahead and named him Diddy Glover. Put a picture of Diddy now next to Danny Glover, and you'll see why I call him Diddy Glover. You know what I'm talking about? Mel Gibson's best friend, Diddy Glover. Yes, Diddy Glover all day. Listen to Justin's song called Lonely. I heard it. I heard it, and he was saying a whole lot in that song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel bad for Justin Bieber. I feel bad for Orlando Brown, a lot of those young kids. Shout out to Creamy. Creamy just hit that super chat. Glad you back. We miss you. Pure survival. Thank you so much, Creamy. You know what I'm saying? And Creamy, I'm gonna tell you right now. Thank God I'm not Diddy Glover. Because if I was Diddy Glover and your name was Creamy, think about that. I would be excited. You know what I'm saying? If your name was Creamy. I'd be like, Creamy, come on over to the dungeon. I got a party I'm having, Creamy. Diddy, you know Diddy love a creamy motherfucker. A creamy and an oily motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Jamil, you cuckoo. For Cocoa Puffs. For Cocoa Puffs during survival. You hit it on the nosebleed. Shout out to Beverly. Beverly just hit that super chat. Oh shit. Now the super chats are coming in. Pure survival. Sent 5. Jamil Peterson XLQQ just sent me a gift. Thank you so much. And I feel bad I might have tore your name up. But thank you so much. Super chats and gifts are coming in during survival. Shout out to you. Thank you, man. Shout out to all my members. And if you want to become a member, come on and join. Come and join. Get your membership today. We got all different kinds of memberships. We got the Pure Survival memberships, the Pure Stone Cold Survival membership. And if you want the super fan, like the top notch, which I don't know who's my super supporter fan, whatever you call yourself. There's one for you too as a membership, Pure Survival. And if you get that one, I'm gonna see it. It's gonna show up. Jamil, you got a super fan joint. I'll be like, oh shit, Pure Survival. Shout out to everybody, man. But Usher's defending Diddy, man. This is preposterous. Even Wendy Williams was calling this man out. Wendy Williams was telling us about Diddy Glover and was telling us about Usher. You know what I'm saying? Wendy Williams called it. And look at what they did to Wendy. She's standing in New York somewhere outside of a window and shit, waving at people. She don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like they took her identity, everything, because Wendy was first to call all of these people out. And I feel like they probably unalived her and put a fake Wendy up there at that window. Because they definitely wanted to silence her. Wendy was calling these people out. You know what I'm saying? She was telling these people everything.
He burned at the stake for talking about such, and now it's all come full circle. Justin Bieber was arrested this morning in Miami. He's 19 years old. He was allegedly whoa with that mustache.
See, look at that. 19 years old. Shout out to T Eagles. Just hit that super chat. Pure survival, T Eagles. Salute to T Eagles. Now you see this? Wendy was calling it out when Justin Bieber first started crashing out. He was super young right here. He getting DUIs and shit like that. You leave, Diddy got you at 14. He start catching DUIs at like 19, 18, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, man, and I ain't get mine until I think, I was like 23 when I got my DUI, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So she was letting it be known that they was turning him out.
Justin Bieber was arrested this morning in Miami. He's 19 years old. He was allegedly whoa with that mustache. Oh, he's trying to grow up.
Is this real life?
Yes, this is real life.
The world is spinning. What's happened? You have 4 eyes. I have 2.
Say, what now? Not Justin Bieber knocking Usher out at Beyonce and Jay-Z's after party. Word on the street is Justin is done and ready to expose all. Mind you, there have been talk for years that Usher sold Justin out to Diddy to get his cheeks played with.
Wow, sold him out to get his cheeks played with. T Eagles just hit that super chat again. Pure survival. Super chats is dropping. We dropping super chats. Everybody smash that like button. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all see this? Usher took Justin Bieber to get his cheeks played with.
Jay-Z's after party. Word on the street is Justin is done and ready to expose all. Mind you, there have been talk for years that Usher sold Justin out to Diddy to get his cheeks played with. Mind you, Wendy Williams already tried to warn us that Usher was up to no good. And now it's all coming to a head. Remember those videos that went viral of Diddy promising Justin a whole house and a new Ferrari when he turned 18? Well, apparently, the real reason he was throwing all those gifts at Justin was that he had used Justin several times before that and successfully tricked him into forgetting. What's even more messed up about this is that people have allegedly been trying to get Justin diagnosed with mental illnesses he doesn't.
And look at that. They tried to get him diagnosed with mental illness. Remember I told y'all that? They put you in a mental home. They tried to say that you crazy. They wanted to get Justin Bieber diagnosed with mental illness so they can make it like what he's saying is a lie. His cheeks blonked out. Shout out to Sosinate. Just hit that super chat. Cheeks blonked out. And they tried to make it like you have mental problems. I told y'all this. They put you in the hospital. They try to unalive you. They get you locked up. They do all kinds of stuff. Justin Bieber got a mental problem? No. I would never believe that.
Several times before that and successfully tricked him into forgetting. What's even more messed up about this is that people have allegedly been trying to get Justin diagnosed with mental illnesses he doesn't have and get him put into a guardianship. Still, Hailey Bieber has been the major reason that hasn't happened. No wonder the media has been pushing out the narrative that they are getting a divorce. They want to break them apart and have easy access to Justin Bieber. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Looking back, we should have known that Usher was up to no good this entire time. This man literally publicly admitted to Diddy having wild freak-offs in front of him when he was just 14 years old.
And look how Diddy was looking at him. Like, she's mine, you might have smashed once, but I smash him all the time. Look how he's looking at Usher.
This man literally publicly admitted to Diddy having wild freak-offs in front of him when he was just 14.
Look at that. He's looking at Usher like, He's mine. You might have smashed him once, but I smash him all the time. She's mine. Why do this grown man has to be looking at him like that? Pure survival. Why does he look at Usher like he's a T-bone, a freak off T-bone steak? Like he's a freak off T-bone steak. And it seems as though Usher is still in love with Diddy. That's just the conclusion I came up with, Usher. You're still in love with Diddy Glover. For you to talk good about this man in your brand new interview, and the world's been waiting for you to tell us what happened. You know what I'm saying? You said let it burn. You said let it burn. And now that you got vile tracks for your alleged herpes outbreak, now that it's not burning, now you want to take up for Diddy Glover when he allegedly gave it to you? Yo, this is horrible, man.
We should have known that Usher was up to no good this entire time. This man literally publicly admitted to Diddy having wild freak-offs in front of him when he was just 14 years old, but continued hanging around him even when he was old enough not to, refused to testify in court about what he knew, and maintains a good relationship with other creeps in the industry like Russell Simmons. None of these is something that a morally upright person would do. But before we get into all that, let me give you a little backstory on how Usher even got in Diddy's camp and how he helped to hand Justin off. You see, back in 2008,
shout out to T Eagles, just up the super chat score. Pure survival. Shout out T Eagles, just killed it in the super chat, y'all. Thank you so much. And look at this creep right here. This is another creep, Scooter Bronze. This is the next. Look at Justin Bieber's face. He's just a little kid right there. Pure survival. He looked creeped out. He had the little mushroom hairstyle right there. Even then, when you sit back and look at this man allegedly been burning Justin Bieber for money. This is another reason why he's going through it with him too. And I told y'all that allegedly Usher's still getting money off of Justin Bieber's, you know what I'm saying, legacy and music and stuff that he's done since he was a kid. This is Scooter Braun. He's the one that passed him to Usher, took his check and left. Look at that demon. You know what I'm saying? I'm defending you, Justin. I don't care. I'm coming to your motherfucking rescue. You know what I'm saying? This is horrible.
But before we get into all that, let me give you a little backstory on how Usher even got in Diddy's camp and how he helped to hand Justin off. You see, back in 2008, when Scooter Braun discovered Justin through his YouTube videos, Usher and Justin Timberlake also wanted in on all the money these labels were about to make from Justin. So they entered a bidding war over who could get Justin, and unfortunately, Usher won. And the reason I'm saying unfortunately is because as soon as he won, he pretty much threw Justin to the wolves. The first thing he did was introduce Justin to Diddy, knowing good and well that Diddy was no good. It's not as if Usher was oblivious to Diddy's shenanigans. In fact, he had also been mentored by Diddy before, and he explicitly admitted on multiple occasions what Diddy was up to. Mind you, Usher was just 14 years old at the time, right around the same age Justin was when he decided to introduce him to Diddy. You cannot make this up.
My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and damn, pause, but like this, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flake.
And Usher is like, maybe he can't get over all of those fights when he was 10 years old, having to fight this grown vampire for cereal. At 10 years old, like, I want my cereal, pure survival. You know what I mean? And I want my cereal right away. When you're a kid, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that you had to fight this man, like he wanted to fight you and wake up in bed with you when you're 10, you're still traumatized, Usher. You're still traumatized. You ain't no Super Bowl skates.
Damn, pause, but like this, back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flake.
The being around that man, Sean Puffy Combs, I don't sleep to this day. I have a problem sleeping to this day. And being 13, having that type of exposure, I'm around grown women, and I'm seeing them do things and have experiences that I'm not quite ready for. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got?
See this? Usher, you got to go back to this time when you were young and innocent. You know what I'm saying? Justin Bieber was young and innocent. Both of y'all. I believe strongly that you once were a victim for sure. You know what I'm saying? T Eagle's been firing that super chat up. Shout out to T Eagles. Go dumb it. Pure survival. You know what I'm talking about? Look at how innocent he was. You know, and I just feel like I said, Justin Bieber and Usher both to me got, done wrong. You know what I'm saying? Was touched. So I just feel like Justin's the one that wants to get this out of his system. He's been praying, he's been going to church, he tried to start a family, everything. And every time Justin tried to do that, they go record him doing some freaky stuff and saying, look at him. Look, they get him all high and shit and be like, look, he's kissing another man. Oh, look at him making out with Jaden Smith. Oh, look at him going down on Odell Beckham, making his wiener disappear. They doing all of that to try to destroy him, to keep him still in that mentality, to not tell on these demons. Usher is the one that's, I think, something that Diddy Glover still has on him. And Russell Simmons, I think Russell yoga pants, he took his yoga pants off and also wienered Justin down. Usher down. Because he's still going out there with Russell Simmons. You know what I mean? He's still the one that's his groomers and his alleged molesters, he's still under their spell. Justin broke free, but he wants to speak out. And Usher does not want to support him and back him up. And I think he's wrong for that.
And have experiences that I'm not quite ready for. I'm not here to party with you. I don't want to go to the clubs. Matter of fact, I'm too young to even be in here. Why you got me in clubs?
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
So let me get this straight. You wouldn't let your offspring spend time with Diddy, but is it okay for under 18 Justin to spend 48 hours with him? It's like the cycle never ends. One person gets diddled, they make it out, and instead of breaking the cycle, they just find another to replace them. Justin actually posted a video of him spending time with Diddy when Usher sent him there. And the video still gives me the chills to this day. Diddy was promising him all kinds of things. And of course, Justin was happy to be there because he genuinely thought this man was just going to mentor him.
Exactly. Because he genuinely thought that Diddy had good intentions, not knowing where it was going to lead to. Smash that like button, everyone in the building. I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I don't think Bieber would ever recover either. Russell Simmons doing freak offs in his yoga pants. It's just crazy, man. It's a whole bunch of creeps though. Like Clive Davis, all of them other demons, people in power, those people in they're sick demons too. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of them. I feel like they all need to go down.
Allegedly include The Game and Odell Beckham. These rumors started after a video went viral of Justin seemingly going down on Odell Beckham at a party, while Trey Songz stayed on the lookout.
The bad boy. Oh, he's bad boy now. It's your icon alert.
And then there was this other video of Diddy in The Game giving Justin multiple drinks at a party, even though he looked visibly faded. Someone posted the video and said, a video of P. Diddy in The Game giving Justin Bieber drinks is going viral. People believe Justin was used multiple times at this party.
That's crazy. And it looked like he was hugging Jaden Smith in that video too. That's how far they go back, man. A lot of these parents, all of these people are creeps. They're all Jeepers Creepers. They give me the Jeepers Creepers. You know what I'm saying? Like all for the money. All for the money. You know what I'm saying? When it's material stuff. When you pass away, you can't leave with that stuff during survival. You know what I'm saying? You're not taking it to heaven with you or hell. A lot of demons, that's where they're going. That's where the demons are going. But it's not like you could take this material stuff that you got to sacrifice yourself for or sacrifice others. You know, so I just don't get it, man. Like, but it's crazy, Usher. I'm just like, it's crazy.
And then Diddy's ex-bodyguard appeared in an explosive interview with The Art of Dialogue and exposed Usher for intentionally hiding the details of what he knows about Diddy to protect him. He claims that Usher witnessed everything Diddy did and even has receipts, but he refuses to expose it because he's loyal to Diddy.
Live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, there's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know.
Now put a one in the chat if y'all agree with Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, and Gene Deal's clip on kneecaps. Gene Deal's kneecaps said it's a lot that Usher knows, including Mace, about Diddy Glover, but they just won't say it. They just won't say it. You know what I'm saying? It's some kind of hold, some kind of freak off hold.
Refuses to expose it because he's loyal to Diddy.
Live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, there's a lot of stuff that Mace and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bro? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Usher used to stay with Diddy, too, when he was younger.
Gene also confirmed the rumors about Diddy sleeping with Usher when he said he saw Diddy doing crazy things with Usher back in the day. It got so bad at one point that they had to rush Usher to the hospital.
Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all.
And if that man put me in the hospital, I don't care about what kind of hold or anything that this dude got on me. If I had to get permanent stitches in the tasty cakes, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm farting out my mouth like Beyonce, I would never be taken up for this man. Like, smash that like button, guys. This is just terrible.
Usher to the hospital.
Usher did have a situation, and that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now, I'll let Usher explain that to y'all. I'll let Usher tell that story. Let Usher mama explain that to him. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Now, when it comes to the allegations about him supposedly transmitting an STD to Usher, those rumors kicked off when an email from one of the individuals involved in publishing Kim Porter's book surfaced online. In the email, he was talking about how Kim revealed in the book that Diddy allegedly coerced Usher into being intimate with him and subsequently gave him with an STD. The email read, "Some of the things in the book cover Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with, STDs, Diddy giving Usher an STD, and the explosive encounter between Diddy and Usher's mom." But guess who spilled?
Wow. So, guys, put a one in the chat if y'all believe that Kim Porter really had a book where she was going to expose all of this before she was allegedly unalive. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all don't believe that Kim Porter was putting a book out exposing these things. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I think that Kim Porter definitely had a book coming out and she was going to tell, look how Cassie told. Look how Cassie told. Who you think was going to tell first? You know what I'm saying? Who you think was going to tell first? If anybody was going to tell on Diddy first, it would have been Kim Porter. You see what I'm saying? Kim Porter would have been the one that would have told us what Cassie said first. And I believe Kim Porter, rest in peace, her story was going to be way worse than Cassie's. We thought Cassie Joan was bad. The shit that I think Kim Porter was going to say, oh my God. Kim Porter probably would have been like, look, and you know what? And I allegedly think that Diddy smashed I'll Be Sure's son. Yeah, my youngest son, the little yellow boy, I think that Diddy was smashing my son. Allegedly. Imagine what Kim Porter could have said, though. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I think, I'm sorry, I think that this woman was unalive. I don't think that she had court pneumonia. That's what they say about all of these celebrities. Oh, they unfortunately passed away from pneumonia. It's just wild, guys. It's just wild, man. And to see Usher taking up for Diddy like that on camera, this is what I believe truly why Justin Bieber tried to swing on him at Jay-Z and Beyonce's freak off Oscars after party. That's when he seen Usher and was like, this the last time I'm gonna watch Usher sit on a daggone interview and defend Diddy and act like he's this great guy and we need to remember his legacy and we need to put respect on his name. Justin Bieber was sitting around balling his fists up. I'm not gonna lie, I think Justin got high that day too, pure survival, because he's going through a lot in his mind. Justin probably took a whole 8 ball of coke and was like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I'm going to get you, sucker. And Justin Bieber said, no, I don't care. I'm crashing out wherever I see him at. You know what I'm saying? But he knew that he was going to see him there. Because I feel just in pain to know, like, damn, this dude got on the interview and defended Diddy again. The moment they asked him about Diddy. Smash that like button, guys. We got to see that one more time. Usher defending Diddy. This is the interview that Justin Bieber saw before he ran down on him. Or Usher told him he was going to go defend Diddy. However it went, this is why Justin Bieber did that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's not going to make me believe that. And I believe it was all boiled up from all this taking up for Diddy stuff.
And the ones who have known, understood, and spoke with clarity, even if they were not necessarily valued, she is the GOAT.
Yeah.
All of what you see, that is LaFace Records, I don't think any of that would have happened without her influence. Yeah.
Lil Jon.
It's my brother.
A brother too?
Yeah.
I love that. Sean Wilson, who's helped you with New Look, right? It's the brother who you know over 20 years. Back in 1999 when New Look started, he was one of the first. And
then he called everybody his brother. Wasn't Justin Bieber supposed to be your brother?
When your mom kind of developed
your little brother?
Right. But it's Sean Wilson. What's the word that comes to mind when you think of him?
Greatness.
Greatness. Why greatness?
I think he's always strived for greatness and wants greatness from everyone and everything.
Joe Natalie, your mom.
Oracle.
Oracle.
Yeah.
I love that. Sean Combs.
Sean Combs. Legacy.
Legacy. I asked that because, when I was researching you, I found this interview from 2015, I believe, or maybe even further, where it was in Philly. It was during your tour, and I'm listening to it, and it said, all of the things that were going on in New York at that time, I quote, I knew better. Maybe it was those valuable lessons in integrity in Tennessee, and furthermore, I knew what the hell I wanted. I didn't want to go to New York for the experience. I wanted a career, right? I could have gotten to a lot of stuff, but I chose a different road. I had a plan. I had a focus, right? I wanted to get it done, and you avoided a lot of the negativity that.
And he said he avoided all the negativity, a lot of negativity. It's things he could have got into that he didn't want to get into. Is that right, Usher? What were the things that you could have got into?
We obviously know shows up in his story today. Young kids, how do you talk to them about avoiding that negative like you did because you had your path?
I mean, this might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history. But in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible. It becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created.
So Usher feels like so many people benefited off of Diddy. Diddy didn't benefit off of other people. Use and abuse and his power and everything else. And we need to put respect on Diddy Glover's freak off name. This is what Usher is stating. And he refused to have a problem with Diddy or talk bad about him. Whoever paid Usher to go up there and do this, he's just defending it because he is it now. Justin Bieber wanted to get away from it. Usher's still in it. And now he's pretending that I'm this family guy and da-da-da-da-da and nothing never happened and Diddy never did anything. I only know him for greatness and starting a legacy and making people be who they became. But all these people had something bad to say about him. Sean went and did 10 years behind Diddy. All these people are dead right now that was signed with Diddy, and people is broke working at Family Dollar right now that was on Making It a Band. You know what I'm saying? Freddie P's Twisties, like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, Making It a Band artists literally had to go out and do interviews to make money off of exposing Diddy when he got locked up, just to put money in their pocket. When they should have already had money in their pocket, all the money that they made from their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. I'd have been happy as shit to get up there and expose Diddy Glover. Oh, y'all gonna pay me $5,000? All right, I'm about to tell y'all everything he did. And some of them didn't even want to tell on him. You know what I mean? But it's like, look, I need this money. And he really is a terrible person. Come on, man. I can't sit there and act like, For 1 minute at first, I remember when, I told y'all, me and my woman went to Diddy's trial. And I thought it was like, okay, they're just trying to take down, you know what I mean? Like, when I saw it was just the girlfriends and stuff, like, I almost forgot all of the things that Diddy Glover did up until I seen the documentary. I'm like, damn, why am I sticking up for this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Like, it reminded me of everything. Like, Biggie's supposed to have paid for his own funeral. And Usher, you're trying to act like Diddy was just this great, great person, and then did that little small thing like, look, I know everybody has flaws. Why don't you call him out and say what you saw on camera and what you know that Diddy did was wrong? I don't know, guys, but smash that like button. I appreciate y'all. You see, I decided to stay on longer with y'all today. I wanted to carry it with y'all longer. He pimped those poor dudes out from Making It a Band. Yes, had 5 dudes crying at one time, using one tissue to dry their tears. 5 guys crying at once, using one tissue? Shit is crazy. Tell it all, facts. First 48 hours with JB was wow. Facts. Yes, sweetheart. African Bambaataa was the founder and inventor of hip hop, for those who did not know. I didn't know that. You talking about African Bambaataa who that thighed Hassan Campbell? That thighed Hassan Campbell? That African Bambaataa? That's crazy. And you see what Hassan Campbell and Hassan Campbell's magic thighs went through surviving African Bambaataa. Hassan Campbell's magic thighs. That man had thighed him, you know, and I didn't even understand when Hassan Campbell first said that he thighed me. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, is that like a sex position? You know what I'm saying? So like I was playing around one time with my woman and I asked her, I said, baby, you know, for Valentine's Day, can you thigh me? Can you thigh me? She was like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, well, babe, Hassan Campbell got thighed. And then now I want to get thighed because I want to know if it's gonna feel good. I started making up songs and shit. I was like, thigh me, I'ma thigh your whole motherfucking family. And I ain't playing with nobody. Fuck around and I'ma catch a thigh me. Yo, it is just crazy at this point. From addictions to addicted. It's just crazy, man. Yes, you know, and for a long time I've been surviving Hassan Campbell's thighs. You know what I'm saying? You know, I shout out to Hassan Campbell though. I fuck with Hassan Campbell. Even though I make jokes and tease him at times, Hassan Campbell was like the first, you know, video that I did coming to YouTube 5 years ago, where I went viral. So I went viral, you might as well say, you know, from exposing me and Hassan Campbell's actual, you know, relationship, no Diddy. But I've known Hassan Campbell before I came to YouTube. He was my cellmate, and Hassan Campbell used to braid hair in jail. He was one of the best hair braiders I've ever seen. Like that's why I don't even understand how come he didn't just open up his own salon. Because he could be going live, you know what I'm saying, and as his clients sit in between his thighs and do hair, you know what I'm saying, to let the world know that you're not just a great, you know, commentator. Like you can braid hair like a motherfucker, sir. Pure survival. You know what I mean? Pure survival. But he got mad at me because I told the world that he had braided hair in jail. When I wasn't being disrespectful, I thought it was wonderful that he had that ability to cornrow all that hair in prison. You know what I'm saying? He actually saved my life. Hassan Campbell and Hassan Campbell's thighs. So shout out to Hassan Campbell. But I appreciate all of y'all, man. You know how we do. We have fun when we come through, and then we speak the real. We speak the real. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you right now, Usher, I'm just so disappointed that you still got this hold on you from Diddy Glover. But I pray for all the victims, guys, all the victims and all the young people that was done wrong, you know, in Hollywood by these demons. And hopefully, sooner or later, they're all going to go down during survival.